How's it, guys? Back here, Connor Mitchley with Forever Sports Media. We've just watched the South African A side against Zimbabwe. Really exciting game. A lot of exciting youngsters playing for the Springbok side, or the South African A side rather, as they ended the game 40-0 against Zimbabwe. Really big performances by some of the youngsters. And not a bad defensive effort from Zimbabwe on occasions. However, did really well on other occasions. Got tries early on from Yakin Ahmed and Marcus Miller in the 17th and 21st minute. Really through mistakes made by that Zimbabwean defense. And then a nice try from Hashim Peed. One of three scrum halves to score today. But just to round out that first half. Good performance by the boys in the first half. 21-0 up to end the first half. Really exciting performances from the likes of Hashim Peed in the first half. I thought he was one of the guys that would definitely somebody to keep an eye out for the future, especially while the Springboks are currently in a scrum half crisis, so to say, with a lot of South African scrum halves out of the running in the Springbok selection group at the moment. It will be nice to see the likes of Hashim Peed get a run for the green and gold and Russie's Springbok side. And then the second half started in quite a contentious moment early on in the second half with Yakin Ahmed's yellow card that then got upgraded to red for a tackle in the air and without arms. Definitely a red in my opinion, and unfortunate because he was looking really good up until that point, playing some good rugby, kicking well, attacking well, and put a bit of pressure on that South African A side going forward from there. Luckily, there were a bit of experienced heads on the field, able to rally the troops and keep them going. I thought Vincent Chituka today, as the captain, had a really good impact on a lot of these youngsters. Managed to keep their heads on their shoulders and managed to keep them going. Also made some really big tackles in the game to keep the South African defense strong. Considering Zimbabwe didn't score when they really looked like they were going to score today. Is maybe testament to some of those older heads. After the South African red card, then the second of three scrum halves scored with Nico Steyn going over the line. Also thought he had a really good effort at scrum half today once he came on for Hashim Peed. And then Luan Guillaume taking over from Yakin Ahmed at fly half and on the kicking duty. I thought today he was my man of the match. Really good effort from the utility back, outside back, whatever you want to call him, but really talented young rugby player. Definitely one to watch for the future, and definitely somebody who I think is going to get a run in Rassie Springbok side in the relatively near future. Another one who I thought had a really good game was Batok Lekani. I thought he was strong. I thought he made all his tackles that he needed to make, and I thought he carried the ball really well. So it looks like the South African future at loose forward is in safe hands with Batok, and how well he played today. Absolute unit of a loose forward. And then South Africa and their nines just kept going, with Imad Khan making a very small appearance at 9, although still making an appearance, scoring and being one of all three South African scrum halves on the field to score a try today. Really good effort from the youngster. Really somebody who is going to get his chance in the future. I think he may be a little bit behind the likes of Hashim Peed in the pecking order, but definitely somebody who will get a chance. It's nice to see that we have so many options at 9. And then just a word for Yaku Williams, scoring a try at the end of the game, but I thought he did a lot of hard work leading up to that point to get going and to almost deserve the try that he scored. Another man who deserves a word of credit is Siyaya, the other winger. Up until his head injury, he was definitely on track to be my man of the match. 2 disallowed tries, one of them being slightly contentious, the other one definitely being out. However, had he remained on the field and not taken a knee to the head by his own player, obviously unintentionally, I definitely think he would have gone on the score sheet today. However, good overall performance by the South African A side. A little bit of discipline lacking with regards to handling errors, and obviously the red card from Yakin Ahmed. However, a good performance from a bunch of young guys. A good word to put in for Lucanio as well, getting to play at 12. We all know that's Tony Brown's long-term plan for Lucanio but also putting in a really good performance in that 12 jersey today. And maybe saying to Rassie, hey, look, I'm not done just yet. A word for the Zimbabweans, I thought Dion Kumalo coming off the bench was absolutely incredible. I thought the turnovers that he won, the way that he took the ball onto the line, I really thought that he had a good game. And somebody I definitely wanted to mention with regards to the Zimbabwe side, who has some potential, but also has a lot of work to do moving into the World Cup next year. This will be a good experience for them, and they will learn a lot from games like this. So exciting to see our Southern African neighbors getting a chance to move forward. Overall, one word to describe the Boks today probably would be decisive. They were very decisive. They had a game plan. They knew what they were doing. A little bit messy with the mistakes, but looked really good in patches and plays. Lineouts, big issue for the South African A side in the first half. Definitely seemed to improve once Andre Smith came onto the field in that second half. But overall, really, really well played from the South African side. Looking good for the South African future. We've seen new front rows, the likes of Leon van Wyk coming off the bench at hooker, really improving those lineouts and really going well. A lot can be said for the Zimbabwean defense in both the first and second half. There were many times where South Africa were in the Zimbabwean 5-meter line, and Zim really did well to keep them out. But yes, that's all from me today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been really awesome, and we'll see you soon.